At Fort Donaldson, my boys in the 31st fought valiantly. Though we were outgunned, outmanned, virtually surrounded, we refused to surrender. From that moment on, we were known as the Dirty First because we never met a battle we backed away from. After a long day of battle, we pushed the Confederates back into the fort and they surrendered. It was our first decisive victory of the war. During the fight, I was shot in the leg, but it was through and through, so I fought on. A Confederate musket ball hit the butt of my pistol, which saved my life, but it broke and damaged a few ribs. When the medic tried to pull me from the field, I said no. As long as my boys were in the fight, I needed to be there to lead them. But then a third musket ball tore through my shoulder. I bled out. I fell from my horse. I had lost so much blood. A medic could not find a pulse. When the white snow turned crimson red with the blood I lost, I was given up for dead. Do I look like I'm dead? When another medic came through, he was kicking the dead and wounded to see who was alive. He found me. He rescued me. I was put on a steamboat named Uncle Sam, which served as Grant's headquarters. Can you imagine my wife's horror when she read the paper a few days later? The biggest, boldest headline celebrated our victory. The day is ours. But the story that caught her eye was headlined, The Death of Colonel John A. Logan. And it told of how I gave my life to win the day. Can you imagine her grief? She jumped on a train bound for Cairo. She met a steamboat captain that I had once helped out of a jam. When he was accused of murder, as a lawyer, I'd gotten him acquitted. So he owed the family a favor. My wife convinced him to take her across enemy lines deep into the South so she could retrieve my corpse for a proper burial. Could you imagine her surprise to find me among the living on that hospital boat? They were about to amputate my arm, complaining that it was infected and there was nothing they could do to mend it. My wife argued vociferously to save this arm. She also saved my life. She brought me home here to Egypt and nursed me back to health. But this old shoulder still bothers this old soldier, still gives me pain.